Hello and welcome to Michael Plays the Classics here on the RPG Academy channel. My name, of course, is Michael, and the classics today is the original Shining Force game from the Sega Genesis. It came out early 90s or so. Basically picking up where we left off yesterday, except as promised, I did replay the same battle a few more times to try to level up a couple of characters, and I now have two more that are ready to promote. So let's get to it. Do. So both Gort and Diane are ready to promote. And now that he is a gladiator, Gort will be able to equip that heat axe that I got last game. Oh. And then we want to promote Diane. Excuse me. I have no idea what BWMS stands for. Bowmaster. I do know what BMW stands for. Bowmaster. Excuse me. And so let's equip Gort with the heat axe, which is much more powerful. And then Domingo is just the toughest. It's kind of wild how powerful it is. I don't know if it's a he or she or an it, so we'll go with it. Ton of hit points, ton of defense. Like almost everything that attacks it does 1 damage if it doesn't dodge. And I mean, just lights out tough. So this time I'm not trying to milk out any experience. I'm just going to get through the battle as quickly as we can. And I did find out last time too, Arthur, not only did I have the wrong weapon equipped, I had no weapon equipped, which is why Arthur was just doing so terribly. So, my fault. I'll own that one. So I did find sort of an interesting exploit on this map, which is the way I was able to get Diane leveled all the way up. I'll kind of explain it when we get there. Kind of a weird AI choice on the game's part. I did put Kale kind of out there on his own. Hopefully that won't come back to bite me in the butt too hard. Really isn't a great way to get multiple characters or bad guys, so I guess I'll just get this one. So yeah, I think we're okay here. Oh, come on, Gunts. Gunts, and then Gort, and then Gong. There's a lot of kind of a G name situation going on here. So that's like a laser crossbow? Not that I'm complaining, just, weird. Oh, Luke. Hmm. Man, these sea bats must have a high evasion, which I feel like I said that the same exact thing the other day, because I just keep missing. All right, we'll keep her there. All right, put her there, him there. Get her over here. Get her here. Okay, get him up there. I'm going to bring him here just to see if I can get these things to come in. All right, let's see here. That really wasn't what I my plan was, but I figured I'd take the shot, and it worked out. So there we go. Okay. So I'm going to put her there. All right, so what I've got now is I have got this to take care of first. Okay. So I can use Aura and heal every one of these people at the same time. Doesn't do a whole lot of health, but it gets all of them together. It only costs 7 experience, and I get a whole lot of experience for it. So it just speeds things up. I'm doing very well, thank you for asking. So here's the exploit I'd kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, that this Balbazak won't move, and he regenerates. So if you have a ranged attacker, which I have a couple of them, then you can position them so that they are one step away and hit him, get some experience, let him regenerate, hit him again, get some experience, and just rinse and repeat. He'll never move from that spot. So if you don't put yourself where he can hit you, he'll just stand there and let you hit him over and over and over again. He regenerates, and so it's sort of like you can kind of get infinite experience just however long you're willing to do it. Because when you have a higher level character, you may only get 5 experience each time you hit him. So you got to hit him 20 times to level, which is a lot, but it's also, just if you have the patience for it, it's kind of a guaranteed way to get experience. And that's how I got Diane up to level 20, is I did that last night with her a couple levels. She was already at like 17, so it wasn't like it was a long time, but more time than I would wanted to spend on the stream. So there you can see exactly how tough Domingo is. There was a stunning attack, which is like the equivalent of a critical, and it still only did 1 point of damage to Domingo. So Domingo's almost unfair how strong that character is. And thank you for subscribing, by the way. I mentioned it in chat, but I'll say it out loud. Thank you, Sumki. Really appreciate it. Yeah, completely understand. Most of the stuff we do ends up on YouTube later. So if you do want to see what we're doing, or the audio feed for things like detention, Totally understandable, but you know, there are plenty of people I wish I could spend more time hanging out with them on streams, and it just doesn't work out. So I completely understand. I appreciate you when you're here, but completely understand when you can't be. All right. Arthur leveled up. Nice hit. All right. Do we spare his life? Yes or no? Kind of feel like it's the heroic thing to do, but he's kind of a jerk. So, I'm a sucker. Uh-oh. Well, I made the right choice. My conscience is clean. All right. So there ends chapter 4. Sure. Gateway to the hidden shrine. I don't see any monsters. Oh, there they are. All right, I'm going to put Domingo there. That one might be copyrighted. Copywritten? Copy, I don't know. Yeah, it's looking a little used, little unkempt even. Here we go. First contact. I'll try to save my magic for now. Here we go. What kind of shellfish? All right, 1 damage. That's pretty good. I'm not worried about it. All right, so let's see what Xylo can do here. Not bad, not bad. 1 more damage would have been nice. And I know I mentioned it yesterday, but I'm significantly higher leveled than I should be at this point. So, barring some really bad tactics, which are entirely possible for me, I should be okay for the next few battles at least. It is very shellfish. That's the noise I assume that crossbow makes. Do 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 do. Boom. Quartz level. These levels after you are promoted are pretty significant. Each one seems to be quite a bigger jump in numbers than some of the pre-promotion ones. Or maybe I just don't remember the early ones well enough. Aw. Ah, double attack and miss both of them. Once again. Miss, miss, miss. Actually, he can attack from there. Ah, man. Ah, nice. Okay. Got him on the backswing. Trying to just draw everything out. There we go. There we go. Much better. Oh, come on. Should have just used magic there. I realized a 4-cost freeze blast would have taken it out. Nice. Nice double attack. Level 15. I don't think there's anything left over here. so hopefully this will take care of that. Boom, there we go. Oh, would have been nice, Arthur. Would have been nice. Come on, there we go. Nice. She's got some range now. I got to remember that. I actually didn't think she would be able to attack from there. Oh, there's my dog going wild downstairs. All right, that should be it, I think. Mermaids. Okay. Sure. Weird. This is funny. I don't want to talk to the... Nice. Mobility ring. Item... Give. Mobility ring. I think Guntz already has one. No, he has a speed ring. Let's see if we can get both of them. So yeah, mobility lets him move more. Speed ring. Can Domingo wear something? Interesting. right. So they're fixing my ship in exchange for exposure. It's generally looked pretty frowned upon. They don't have any money for the hotel either. I'm going to get murdered in my sleep, right? That's what this is. This is a Hotel California situation. Whoa. Did he just walk out of the water? So I got a ring and a shower of cure in the shop that was next to the king shop. Is that the one you meant, or should I have went into the king shop too? Aha. Medical herb. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, I just completely missed it. Okay, so let's see. Who else over here can we talk to? It looks like there's more stuff over here. Okay. What are the chances that I'm eventually going to have to go past these buoys, do you think? Not yet. Definitely going to do it eventually. Sure. Yep, I think I will have to go past the reef. Wish me luck. Oh. Thank you, appreciate it. Ba, ba, ba. It looks like this is the only way to go. And now we're chasing a skeleton. Oh. Aha. I was wondering if there were any more things over there. So this will probably be the last battle for today. I'll go ahead, I'll play it to win it. I'm not going to try to milk this for more experience. And then we'll just see where we go from there. Do. I guess it depends on if you're the bottlenecky or the bottlenecker. Well, I mean, if you're going to line up like that, I kind of have to take that opportunity, don't I? Well, hello, other doc. Thanks for joining the party, and thanks for bringing some friends along. Just playing some Shining Force. Thanks. Appreciate it. If anybody's watching that's new, I just will reiterate I'm playing games that I played as a kid. I don't profess to be good at them, to teach you anything about them, any secrets or insights. Just kind of playing some games I like. Currently playing Shining Force from the Sega Genesis. Came out in the early 90s. I've played through it many times, but it has been a very long time since I have done so, and I do not remember a whole lot about it. And I currently don't really know where I'm at in the game. I'm kind of in some weird crystal palace metaphysical pathway, it seems like. And now you know about as much as I do. So I think I've mentioned this before, but just to fill some dead air, I've recently been rewatching or starting to watch older episodes of the show Alone. I watched the newest season like 2 years ago. What was the newest season? I believe there's a new one since then. But I didn't have access to any of the others, and I now have a station where I can watch them. And I think Alone might be the most compelling reality show I've ever watched. It's just incredible. It starts off, and it's just cool to watch. Actually, I have not been watching it alone. I've been watching it with my wife, and yes, we make that joke all the time. She's like, "Do you want to watch Alone?" I'm like, "No, I want you to be there." And so basically, for anyone who isn't aware, the Alone, it's kind of like Survivor if Survivor was real. They take 10 people who are actually trained at survival, and they drop them off in these remote locations, and they were literally alone. They have to film themselves, and other than like a weekly health check, they have no human interaction. They have no one to rely on, and it's last person standing. And in season one, the winner was out like 56 days. In season two, it was out 60 something, and we're currently watching season three. But because they have the camera there, but they're alone, they kind of do these sort of confessionals where they'll just turn on the camera and they'll talk about what they're doing, or what's going on in their mind, and they're missing their families. But it's just watching them slowly descend into madness as the hardships of being alone and trying to survive, and then the weather, and just watching some of these people lose it in a very slow way is, again, extremely compelling. It's a ton of fun to watch. At times it's hard to watch, but it's enjoyable at the same time. And that's really kind of the biggest thing that I've been up to lately. I haven't been doing a whole lot. I'm still doing the Smallville rewatch. Recording Monday, I'm recording the first episode of season 3. So I watched the entirety of season 3 in about a week's time, which was probably too much. And now I'm going back and watching them slower and taking my notes and everything for the recording process. I think that's the biggest thing. Oh, Loki. Oh, God, can't forget Loki. Watch it today. I'm a sucker for all those Marvel shows. So I'm in for all of them. But I thought that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was the lesser of the 3 so far. I thought it was okay, but I didn't love it. But I'm really, really liking Loki. I think it's a ton of fun. Sorry, had to move a window there. It's great. Again, I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is my least favorite of the 3, and I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it, and there's some good stuff in there, but I didn't think it did anything great, but it was still a lot of fun to watch. I did like WandaVision quite a lot as well. So for me right now it would be Loki, then WandaVision, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier, if I were to rank them. So if anybody who's watching, again, maybe for the first time, coming in with Other Doc, this is a tactical strategy-based game where you have all these different characters that are different, like abilities, have different classes. You have terrain you have to work around, try to get the characters in position. They level up, they get more powerful as they go. And I am much higher level at this point than I should be for this game. So this battle that you're watching now, it's fairly easy for me. That's not an indication of the game. It's just I put a lot more time into leveling the characters than probably the game expects you to at this point. But even with that, I can't be too cocksure, because then I might get myself in trouble. So if you have a main character, and if they get taken out, then you lose the whole battle, like kind of regardless, not irregardless of anything else. So you have to be careful to protect that one. And the way the game works, the AI will target that character above others. So if they can attack that one, they will. Almost, regardless of anything else that's going on. So you just have to be a little bit careful with that one particular character. Exactly. Like, I'm from Kentucky. I can barely speak English as it is, but I do try. Like, if I know that I'm saying something wrong, I will try not to. But then sometimes me overthinking it causes me to say it even more so. And regardless and irregardless are one of those where, because irregardless should be a word. Like, the fact that it's not feels wrong. But I guess apparently it is wrong to say irregardless. Yeah. For a long time, I used to say Pacifically, just kind of for fun. Like I just thought it was a fun, silly thing to do. And then I said it so much that now if I don't think about it, I still say it, but unintentionally. So here's my main character, this guy here. So if he dies, then I lose the battle, no matter what else is going on. But also, he's much higher level than probably should be at this point in the game. So at least one C bet there really shouldn't give me too much trouble. Though I have learned in a couple other battles, they must have really high defense or evasion because I miss them a lot. But if I hit them, I'll do, quite a lot of damage. And they're only going to do 1 or 2 points of damage to me. So shouldn't be too much of a worry. So I'm trying to get these guys into position so that I can drop a big magic spell on them before I go into battle. I probably don't need to, again, being as high level as I am, but want to use some sense tactics when I go into it. So as long as he doesn't miss, he'll take that one out. There we go. So after each battle, you get some experience. The amount that you get has something to do with your level compared to its level. So because I am higher level than most things, I'm not getting a whole lot of experience with some of my characters. If I take out the middle person, that will end their battle. Again, much like if I lose my main character, the battle's over. If they lose their main character, the battle's over. And I don't want to do that yet just because I'm still sort of, trying to fish for more experience. All right, so all we have left now is Master Mage. There we go. Well, that stinks. Okay. Interesting. So is he supposed to tell me a secret? So I have to go to prompt promptly. Sorry. But I don't know where it is or how to get there. So isn't that who I just saw? Yeah. Okay. So I'm guessing that my ship will be fixed now. There's a lot of weird things in the game, but that dude just walking straight out of the ocean and be like, "Hey, what's up?" might be the weirdest thing yet. No. Ha ha, funny. All right, so apparently we have another battle. So I thought that last battle would be the last battle, but I guess this battle will be the last battle. I'm just trying to see kind of what I'm up against here. So it's these and then, okay, it's not too bad. So yeah, I'll play this battle and then that'll probably be it for the day. And then if anyone again is watching for the first time, I play video games basically Monday through Friday, about 2 o'clock Eastern time for roughly an hour or so. I see some geek. Thanks for again for hanging out. Thank you again for the subscription. And then we also do a lot of like role playing game stuff. So like even tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, I'm doing Detention, which is a live sort of loose format talk show about role playing games. And then normally yesterday I would have played a 13th Age game, but one of my players is on vacation, so he didn't make it, so we canceled. And then every other Tuesday we play that, and then every other alternating Wednesday, so not the same Tuesday as yesterday or same Wednesday as tonight, but next week, Tom runs a 5e game, and we alternate those. So the video games is kind of the odd duck out on the channel, but it's also one of the most consistent things that we do because I play 5 days a week, try to, when I can. I've previously played through Dragon Warrior 1 and 2, Final Fantasy 1, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, and probably a couple others I'm not thinking of. And then after this, I'm going to play Shining Force 2. And then after that, I'm thinking about jumping to the Super Nintendo and playing Eye of the Beholder, but I haven't decided yet. Ooh. So now we got monsters that are just popping in. That's interesting. Adds a bit of a new wrinkle. And here's the laser crossbow, because why not? Dropping a magic spell here. So she just leveled up to level 18. Anytime after level 10, you can promote your characters to a different class. So like wizard becomes like a master wizard, and your your archer becomes a master bowman, and then they start their levels over, and they can go back up to level 10. So to maximize their power potential, if you level them to 20 and then start over at 1 and level them to 10, you get 30 levels. For example, if you were to promote them at level 11, then you'd only get 21 levels. So I'm getting all my characters to level 20 before I promote them. So which is why you might see some of the characters seem really low level compared to others. It's because those are the ones that have been promoted, and are lower level again. Kind of weird the way it works. So even though they're technically higher level than the other characters, they get experience as if they are lower because their level is lower compared to the power level of the creatures they're fighting. It all makes sense, I guess. And these sea bats have a high evasion, so you unfortunately miss them quite a lot. Guess I should mention, since I have a couple extra people watching, that we are doing a follower giveaway. I have a beautiful alt cover copy of the Van Vricken's Guide to Ravenloft that we're going to give away once we hit 600 followers on the channel. We're at 538 right now, last time I checked, so we're about 62 away. So if you follow the channel, you'll be entered once we hit 600. If you are subscribed, then you get double entries. So something to consider. The follow doesn't cost you anything. Subscription does, unless you're on Amazon Prime, and then you get one of those a month you can give away. We're currently at 5 subscribers. The most we've ever had was 10. And I think some of those people just haven't re-upped yet, but it is what it is. I appreciate anybody just hanging out in chat, even if you're lurking and not chatting. Still appreciate that there's people watching. And pretty much everything we do gets put on the YouTube page later. So if you do find these old video games interesting, even if you don't find me interesting, which why would you? You can go back and watch me play through some of the other ones. Ah, that's not good. Whew. Gotta get her out of there. So as before, I don't want to take the gargoyle out early because I do want to take everything else out and get the experience from it. And that magic did quite a lot of damage to the gargoyle, so I don't want to attack it again. It may regenerate. Some of the bad guys will. If you don't hit them, they'll regenerate some damage. But I'm not sure about that one yet. So yeah, they target your main character pretty much over anybody else. So if they can get to him, they will. Another shellfish appears. So that should definitely take out one of them at least, maybe two. Okay, one. Still, that's not bad. Gong here is one of my toughest characters. He's also a healer, but just is an absolute beast in terms of how much damage they do, plus how much defense they have. So I'm going to go ahead and just give Henri here a little magical healing in case the gargoyle attacks her again. It shouldn't, because it can get to my main character, but there are a few times where I've seen it, once it's already engaged with a character, it doesn't leave them even if the main character is available. So just in case I don't want to get anybody killed, which you can resurrect them as part of the game. Like if they die, it's just a little bit of gold to get them brought back. But still, I try not to do it. Once again, laser crossbow. So the aesthetic of the game is this sort of steampunky fantasy game. Well, there's definitely magic, but there's this weird like lost technology, and then you have like Gunslayers walking around in a steam-powered suit of armor. You know, pretty much what it looks like. So it's kind of this weird mishmash. I don't know if it's based off of any specific lore that I don't know, maybe. But you have like centaurs, as you can see right here, are knights and paladins. There's humans. There's elves. I don't think there's anyone specifically a dwarf, but maybe. So she should be able to take him out. And that should do it for this battle. Uh-oh. That was a bit of a short chapter. Yes, I do want to record. Descendants of the Sacred Dragons. Okay. So I basically just want to try to find the friar, which is like the save person. And then I'll come back around next time and actually explore the village and talk to everybody and see what I can find. So for the most part, that's going to wrap things up today. I appreciate those of you that jumped in with other doc, and then appreciate anybody who just stumbled upon the channel. And of course, Sumkey, though he's already left, who's one of my regulars. So we'll save here. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, playing some more Shining Force. Once this game's over, I'll play another one. And then if you want to come back tonight, Detention Live at 9 p.m. Eastern. We do a loose format TTRPG talk show. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of silliness. We play some improv games like Where Have My Fingers Been and 10 Things. And tonight we're talking about the Wendigo in our cryptozoology segment. Where we talk about old campaigns and mine them for actionable things we can do better or learn from. So hopefully that will be interesting. Maybe I'll see you then. So thanks, everyone. See you tomorrow.